welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel, I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, budget videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you can hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I do load a new video. And if you could also comment, like, and share, that would help my channel grow and would be amazing. So it is the second installment of Fresh Start New Planner. Now, I did see something on Instagram the other day where Happy Planner is going to be releasing their new products on September 20th. I knew it was coming, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And this Fresh Start New Planner is a collaboration that I am doing with Shary of Plan with Black Dog Designs, and as always, I will link her channel below. She is currently on vacation right now, but she will be posting her videos upon her return. So what we've done so far is we set up a monthly calendar. And let me backtrack. So the whole premise of this is you might be new to the Happy Planner system. You've seen all the new shiny and you've, gone down the rabbit hole in Facebook groups or on Instagram, and now you're like, oh, I don't know where to start. I don't want to know what to do. She's going to come from the perspective of working out of actual planners, and I'm going to be working out of my Happy Notes, where we're going to recreate some of their weekly layouts. So I wanted to show you, and that's what I did in the last video, how you can make your own monthly overview if you use this in your planning system. In my own planning system, I use it for some things, but not for others. But I talked about that in that video. And then last week, I gave you some thoughts on the dashboard layout to show you how to make it if you are working in a Happy Notes, and then some just pros and cons about the layout system. For today's video, we're actually going to be doing a vertical layout system. And for the most part, I think that most planner systems are based on either the vertical or the horizontal. So if I'm thinking of Erin Condren, which I would think, at least from what I've seen, is probably Happy Planner's biggest competitor, or vice versa. I don't know which one is bigger. I've tried an Erin Condren. I am not a fan of the coil, so I'm not going to be using one, but there is layouts in the Erin Condren that are both the vertical that we're going to be doing today and the horizontal, which we'll be doing next week. The dashboard, the academic, the monthly layout, those I don't really see in any other planner system. So if you are currently in a horizontal and you're curious about the vertical or the dashboard or any of the ones we'll be talking about this month, this might be a good way, especially if you have a few either notebooks or Happy Notes like I have here, where you can create your own and then see if you even like the style. Now, when I was looking at doing the layout, I realized that the monthly overview, if I don't put all of these boxes, actually gives me the layout for a vertical weekly planner. So I'm just going to use this template that I used last week. Now, I can scan this and put this up on my blog if you guys would be interested. Let me know in the comments below. On the blog post that I have from that first video, I tell you how many dots and how many inches this is, but if you'd rather have something that's scanned in, and I literally would just scan this and then upload that as a file. And if that's something that you're interested in, definitely let me know and I can certainly do that. But we're going to use this. Now, unlike last week, we are not going to use a ruler. So I want to start here. And I'm just trying to get, I'm trying to get in. I'm not really great at the talking and the doing. Okay, and then we're gonna do here and here and here. And at the bottom, we're going to stop 3 dots up. And I like leaving a little bit of a border at the top and bottom. One, because this is going to be our weekly overview, we can actually put the days of the week up at top. But also, if you are into washi, this will fit some of the thinner washi, and you certainly could put some thicker washi up here. I have a love-hate relationship with washi. I love to buy it, but I really kind of hate to use it. Although if I use something like this, which is thicker, I actually tend to have a better time of it. It's when I use the thin or the super thin one that it drives me batty. So let me do the layout on this one as well. And we're going 2 in from both. And it seems a little fiddly now. Oh no, I think I'm 3 up. Oh, that's right. But once we get going, then you'll see it actually can be quite quick. And you can just decide to set up your entire month at one go. You can do it on a weekly basis like I'll be doing, because I don't actually plan to use this. This isn't a functional planner for me, although it could be. It's just I work out of my Happy Nietzsche, and so I don't use a classic anyway. All right, now it will go much quicker. And unlike last week, like I said, I'm gonna just freehand it because I can get a straight enough line. And for some of you, you're probably just, it's giving you that weird little itch where you're like, just use a ruler, just use a ruler. How hard is it to use a ruler? And some of you like, yes, who has time to have a ruler out every single time? Now, it isn't because I'm not going to use this that I'm doing it freehand. I am a firm believer in making this work for you, and especially if you're going to be doing this because you want to test out the layout, or because you can get a Happy Notes for a couple of dollars and that just fits your budget, or maybe you have access to Happy Notes but you don't have access to a Happy Planner, or maybe you're just doing this in a regular notebook and you're not doing it in a Happy Planner at all. I'm a firm believer that you don't need to create or put the pressure on yourself to create the Instagram, Pinterest worthy spreads. In fact, I love seeing when people go outside the lines or make mistakes and show the mistakes, because there is something to be said about those spreads that are utter perfection, where you cannot see a flaw at all. But that's really hard to attain. And maybe it's, if you do it every week and you strive for it, maybe they've had lessons, maybe they are just innately perfectionists. I don't know. But it can be intimidating, like, yeah, no, I had that exact same planner, and I had the exact same sticker book, and I bought all the pens that I seen all the people have, and yet, no, it doesn't come out. I don't know why it doesn't come out. Now, for some reason, I must have missed, yeah, it looks like I misshot this, because my first one is wider than the rest of them. In fact, this one isn't as wide, but again, you know what? That's not a problem. And it's not a problem, or I'm not saying that because I'm not going to be using it. I mean, it might make using stickers a little bit difficult, but I mean, my planner is supposed to help me plan things or help me relieve some stress because I can decorate it. My planner is not, and I will never let it or allow it judge me. You're a little crooked. You're a little crooked. Cool, sweet. We've got other things to think about. All right, so this is essentially the vertical layout. Now, I actually, hold on. Now, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that because my Happy Nietzsche, I have to do all of the layouts because there is no planner in the half sheet size, nor would I buy one. No, I'm not saying that I would. I've been enamored of these day headers, date headers, week covers. If you know what these are called, let me know. But I actually put an order for a sheet of just the black ones from them because I am running out. They had sent this to me in Happy Mail, and oh, I'm such a bad person. So the they I'm referring to is Rena and Crystal from Lux Clever Crafts on Etsy, and I will link their channel below. But what you can do with whatever date headers you have, or you can write it in, I mean, you certainly can do that. I am particularly enamored of the font here. I love the size of it. It's so pretty to me. So I'm going to use that here. And I will do some light decorating because I do want to talk to you about the functionality of a vertical planner. Now, I'm thinking, based on that I had one, or that, I mean, I still do, but I used a dashboard layout, even though I made it myself, for several months. It was October of 2018 through, I believe, May of 2019 when I switched over to my Happy Nietzsche. I did the dashboard all the time, but if for any reason I didn't do the dashboard, the way that my brain works, focuses and leans more towards the vertical than the horizontal. I actually had tried a horizontal layout with another planner I had used at work, and I realized very quickly why I didn't like it, and I'll talk about that next week when we do our own horizontal layout. So the pros about the vertical layout is, depending on how your mind works, you might like seeing everything in a list function so that, all right, by the time you get here, that part of your week is done and you're going to focus on here. And again, everything is listed out. But that could be also a con because you may think more in the horizontal style where you like to have either you write bigger, so this isn't a lot of space, or you aren't so much of a list maker as like little sentences, or you need to keep track of various things and it's hard to segment this out, because in some of the verticals they can actually do aligned where there's like a whole bunch of lines going down, and that's some of the newer ones. If you want to see how that looks, because I don't have any planners for this year, Tamika from Pastries, Pumps, and Pie, in her, I don't know if it's her social media, but it's in her classic Wonder Seeker, the one with the really pretty unicorn on it. She has that where it's got the lines. So I'll link her channel below so you can check what that looks like. And then most of the time they're just chunked out into 3 boxes. I actually like keeping it like this because some of the decorations that I've seen that I would like to recreate, but I haven't because I don't know that it would work in my Happy Nietzsche because it's so small, is in this middle section. They put a whole bunch of flowers or just stickers in general. And because I didn't map this out, this probably is going to be a hot mess. But I do want you to see that if you've got a lot going on, but you still want to be decorative, this still gives you that ability to do that because there is a lot of space above and below again, and I think this would gravitate more towards list makers than anyone else. But if you write big, or you just inherently look at this and think that's not enough space for everything I have going on, then this may not be the layout for you. But because you're creating it on your own, using a notebook, and it doesn't have to be a happy planner, it's just, you know, the sizes I'm going to give you on my blog are based on the classic, I think this is a great way to test that out without having to come out of pocket, especially when all the new shiny comes out. I don't even know what's going to be on the new shiny. I just know it's going to be a whole frenzy of I need this and I need this and I need this. And yes, I have 18 planners that I'm not sure what to do with, but I need the new ones because of reasons. And that's fine. There's no judgment here on that. But if you're like, you know what, maybe I need to test it out. Maybe I need to figure it out what my style is. Maybe I just want to change it. And instead of franken planning from 4 or 5 different planners, maybe I'll just do it on my own. I'm just hoping that's, and at least I think that's what Shary and I had thought this series could be about, was just giving you some options as someone who's either new to the community and you're just trying to figure out what all the things are, or if you've been in one style of this and now you're trying to think, you know what, let me try something else. So I'm hoping this is useful to you guys. So that didn't come out half bad. And then let me put some functional things down, just so that you can see that you can still be very functional with a vertical. Again, some people hate the vertical. It's not the way that their mind works. Some people just need more room, and some people love it. So, you know, definitely test it out. And we'll put a to buy over here. And because this is probably the exact same size as you'd find in a classic actual planner, that's why the boxes fit. Now, they'd fit more if I could draw straight lines and if this one was sized correctly. But, you know, if you have all the things and you're doing it yourself, this might be a great way, again, to be able to use your products in a different layout. And then this one in, you know, your typical planner section is usually like a notes or something. So let's see if we can find something. And another thing I've seen is on Facebook. This is mostly on a Facebook that I've seen it, is people are like, you know, I don't have that much to do. I don't track a lot of appointments. There's not a lot of people that I don't have kids, or, you know, I'm not that busy. What do I do with my planner? And to be honest, I think your planner can be just a creative space for you to go to. So if you've got all the sticker books and you don't have a ton of plans, then that's okay. Unless you're one of those people, and it's not judgment, I know it just sounded like it was, but if you're a person who likes the no white space, then you may want to just keep putting more stickers, honestly. But I love seeing white space, and it either means I didn't have a lot to do, which is fine. Those are actually not bad weeks for me, or I had so much to do that I just didn't have time. But I like coming here as part of my ritual. And I would definitely recommend that, you know, whether you have a lot to do or not, whether you have a classic or the mini or the micro or the big, this, like I said, this is not supposed to intimidate you or make you feel bad about yourself. It's paper and stickers and a pen, and you can zhuzh it up and you can make it awesome, or you can leave it blank like this and think, you know what? That's really pretty. This looks like one of those headbands that you see here in Hawaii. They're called hakules, and I'm getting total vibes of that with this. Oh, great. And if this never gets filled up, hey, cool. I didn't make it happen, but I did make it happen because I did something. All right, so I don't know if this is helpful, and I know I say that all the time, but I really don't. Shary and I really just wanted to just get out there and say, hey guys, you know, with all the new stuff, because I saw it really with the release that happened a few months ago, that everyone needed all the things and they got all the things. And then I don't know that there's so much of a remorse as there is, well, okay, now what? So if you're new to happy planning, welcome. And if you are a veteran or somewhere in between, welcome. And again, let me know in the comments below what you think of this series. And next week we'll be doing the horizontal layout. And every Monday for the month of September, Shary and I have plans to do a different layout in our planners, as it were, and then talk about our thoughts or our pros and our cons. All right, guys, that's it for me. And as always, Allah.